Hey everybody, Lacey Carson here. I'm here to talk about the safety assignment for Module 12. The first question asks me, um, why is internet safety so important and what is my role as an educator in teaching internet safety to students? I really feel like it's very important to teach internet safety to kids because they do not understand how everything they put on the internet is there forever. I always give my 14-year-old son an example of I remember when MySpace was really popular and I had a MySpace account and I have no idea how to get access to it so that I can delete it because I don't even know what email was used for it. So there's this MySpace page floating around from 10 years ago or even more, maybe even more than that. So, and then my 14-year-old also has had like 5 Instagram accounts because he can't remember the password, and it's always there. There's all these Instagram accounts that are going to be there forever, and I always tease him that when he gets older, um, he's going to apply for a job, and they're going to see all these selfies that he took in the mirror or whatever. But it's really important, and it's really important also because of catfishing and cyberbullying. That our department recently had a suicide because of cyberbullying, um, and it's just so important because it's so impersonal. The computer can be so impersonal, and it's so easy for kids to do dumb things because they're kids. They just don't understand the repercussions of things. I really like the NetSmarts program. I think that I would use the videos in teaching the students. I think going through a program that's pre-designed for that, that is research based, um, is a really good way to do it. And with examples, with maybe personal examples or anything like that. But definitely think that it's important as an educator, and we'll be doing that. The digital citizen training program, I'm kind of surprised that my district, with all of the in-service videos I'm required to watch, don't include things like this. In the even the professionalism as an educator or an employee working in the schools, I think it's really important that we understand digital ethics or internet ethics. Um, and then in regards to the anyways, back to, I didn't finish that question. Do I feel the training program is relevant and useful for all educators? I absolutely do. I think that I'll actually probably refresh myself on this before I enter teaching so that I can just be careful about things with students and what applications we use and make sure that they're being protected and things like that. The main points of the safety article. This was actually pretty interesting. What I thought was really interesting was that schools who implement zero tolerance policies make the problems worse, and it's actually better to have a clear, consistent, relatively minor consequences for things. Instead, I think we have a zero tolerance policy at our school, and it is very unfair at times. It just really is. So, and the kids don't think, like in the article, it was talking about how kids don't feel like it's such a big deal, and we know that it's a big deal and it can hurt them, but um, there's they think sometimes we overreact to what's going on. And where do you draw the line? You know, if you just say I'm not your friend anymore and you post something on Facebook or whatever they use Twitter now, um, it's like, where do you draw the line? And it's really hard when they're doing it online. When are they at home? Are they on vacation? Who's in charge? I really feel like that's a really gray area. I really thought it was interesting that kids are supported or more influenced by supportive peers rather than adults, and having groups set up for things like this that are ran by students. I think that's a great idea. I also thought it was interesting that kids are more exposed to unwanted sexual content, and that's more prevalent than sexual harassment online, and that they are more likely to view, youth are more likely to view this kind of thing on TV or movies, not necessarily online. I mean, browsing, obviously, they're going to come across it if parents are not very careful. I'm kind of a helicopter mom and I check my kids' stuff all the time. I have their old passwords, so I get on their Snapchat and just, randomly check it from my phone or whatever. Um, and I think privacy awareness is a really big deal. And I'll go back to, my son having all those Instagram accounts and people being able to see all that stuff and he can't figure out how to get back on it and take it off. So this is a very important topic, and with all the technology that we have, it absolutely needs to be addressed. So I enjoyed it, and I will see y'all next week.